Putting some work in the office.
This is quite a big question, so we'll answer it in 3 parts. Part 1, the protein. There's no need to rush out and look for a protein supplement. We can get all of our protein needs through real food. So there's no need to go and waste your money on all of the fancy products that are on the shelves. Most of them, 99% of them, are useless. But to the amount of protein we need, we want to be aiming to go for about 1 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. Now, the only time we push that higher is if we're trying to make some muscle gains, some lean muscle gains. And if we're really pushing hard in the gym, really pushing hard in the weights room, we can push our protein intake up to 2 grams per kilo of body weight. First visit of the day to 5-star. Training camp's well underway now. Just finished down in 5-star. One of the boys in the gym said that he saw my answers to a question in DailyQ and has been putting it into practice. Makes me really grateful that people are looking at the questions, applying the answers that I'm giving. So keep the questions coming in DailyQ. They're really helping people. Part 2, the carbohydrates. This is slightly different from the protein because if we're following pro principle number 2, then our training dictates the amount of carbs we're eating. And the range that I'm seeing success with is as little as 0.75 up to 2.5 grams of carbs per kilo of body weight. Now this range is solely dictated to by your training. If you're having a lazy day, then the 0.75 is the mark you want to be hitting. If you're training really hard, you want to be pushing up to the 2.5 mark. As a side note, the paleo diet typically is quite low carbohydrate, and I'm not seeing a huge success for women on a really low carbohydrate diet. So my suggestion would be to cycle through the carb range over a 4-day period. So I would go from the 0.75 grams of carbs per kilo of body weight up to 2.5 grams of carbs, and I would cycle through that range over a 4-day period. So day 1 would be quite low, day 4 would be quite high, and keep cycling through those through that carb range every 4 days.
Well, I'm holding on.
Just jumped in the car. I'm off to pick Sanjeev up, and then we're off to 5-star gym to get him weighed and measured for his fight in 5 weeks' time.
Pro nutrition all the way. Get this body into shape.
Just finished in 5-star with Sanjeev, got him weighed in and measured. Ben's doing some rounds in there, looking super sharp, getting ready for his fight on the 24th February at the York Hall.
It's a foggy day today, grey and gloomy.
Wednesday, and that's a good thing because that means I get to pick up Ruby. Part 3, the final part of the question. The best way to know how many grams of protein, carbs and fat you're eating is to log all of your foods in an app like MyFitnessPal. After doing this for 2 or 3 weeks, you intuitively get to know what foods contain what amount of each macronutrient.